Previously on America Wouldn't Let Us Stop. America sold the automobile as freedom, but black travelers discovered that owning the car did not mean owning the road. Workers helped build the industry, the Patterson family built vehicles under its own name, and black communities created businesses that kept motorists moving. But one question remained. How could a traveler know which door would open before arriving? Victor Hugo Green understood that the danger was not only the road, it was missing information. Green was a postal worker in Harlem. In 1936, with help from his wife Alma, he began publishing the Negro Motorist Green Book. Its power did not come from expensive technology. It came from organized trust. Hotels, tourist homes, restaurants, service stations, garages, barbershops, beauty salons, and other businesses appeared in its pages because black travelers needed more than a destination. They needed evidence that somebody at that destination would receive them. The ordinary road map showed highways and state lines. The Green Book mapped something the government's map could not show, where dignity remained available. That made Victor Green more than a publisher. He became an organizer of information, and Alma Green was not standing outside the work. She helped build the publication and later carried it forward after Victor's death. The Green Book was printed on paper, but its real structure looked surprisingly modern. People submitted information. Local knowledge entered the system. Businesses developed reputations. Agents checked listings. Travelers carried the updated network from one city to another. Long before a phone could recommend where to stop, Black America was building a community-powered search engine. Victor Green had an advantage that other publishers did not. He understood routes. Postal workers moved through neighborhoods every day. They knew addresses, businesses, families, and the changing character of a city. Green recruited fellow postal employees to contact black entrepreneurs along their routes, encouraged them to participate, and help distribute the guide. Readers also submitted locations. Business owners advertised. Agents were used to find new listings and verify existing ones. That last word matters. Verify. A directory becomes dangerous when nobody checks the information. An address might be outdated. A business might close. Ownership might change. A place that welcomed travelers last year might not operate the same way today. The Green Book had to remain alive because the conditions surrounding the traveler kept changing. That is the first connection to the O's. SlabNet cannot be only a collection of profiles. A profile is a claim. Trust requires evidence. Inside the O's, a business can begin as self-claimed, then move through intake verification, photo or video proof, scout verification, and builder attestation. The Green Book used the people already moving through the community. The O's uses the same principle in digital form. Scouts observe what is actually present. Owners document their work. Builders confirm contribution. Motion history shows whether a person or business remains active. The technology is different. The pattern is familiar. Local people generate knowledge. A trusted network organizes it. Travelers and workers use that knowledge to make decisions. But the OS adds a question the printed guide could not fully answer. Who created the information, and how should that contributor participate in the value it produces? In the old system, the address entered the book. In the new system, the contributor should enter the ledger. The Green Book did more than help travelers avoid rejection. It directed economic motion. Every listing could guide customers toward a hotel, restaurant, garage, tourist, home, or service station. That meant information could move money. The guide gathered individual businesses under one recognizable network. A small property in one city became part of something travelers could carry across the country. James A. Jackson, a black marketing executive connected with ESO, helped expand that reach. ESO stations sold the Green Book nationally. The company welcomed black motorists at many locations and created opportunities for black franchise owners and employees that were unusual among major oil companies of the period. The relationship connected publishing, marketing, fuel, travel, and black enterprise. By 1962, the National Park Service reports that Green Book circulation had grown beyond 2 million nationwide. One trusted directory had become economic infrastructure. This is where the history points toward lane share. A lane share worker does not move through a blank city. Every completed route produces knowledge, pickup patterns, safe stops, active businesses, equipment demand, delivery needs, and places where work is increasing. Buck 2 does not read that motion to control the community. The ledger reads it so the community can recognize its own opportunities. A cluster of errands may reveal the need for another scooter owner. Repeated airport trips may reveal a luggage route. Restaurant deliveries may reveal where a neighborhood fleet should wake up next. The Green Book connected travelers to businesses prepared to receive them. Lane share can connect workers to equipment owners, customers, and verified places prepared to support their movement. The lesson is not that an app replaces the Green Book. The lesson is that trusted movement creates information, and trusted information can create local commerce. Now, the road is being rebuilt again. Navigation systems decide which businesses appear first. Delivery platforms decide which workers receive an opportunity. Artificial intelligence predicts where people will travel, what they may purchase, and which route they should take. The new guidebook is no longer carried in the glove compartment. It surrounds the driver, but the old question has returned in a more powerful form. Who controls the information? If an outside platform maps a neighborhood, collects its movement, ranks its businesses, and sells access back to the people who created that value, the technology may be new while the ownership pattern remains old. The OAS proposes another direction. Proof of motion records verified activity. Scouts strengthen local accuracy. Business profiles preserve identity and reputation. Lane share turns community-owned equipment into working infrastructure. Slab coin recognizes useful participation inside the system, and the personal slab ledger gives each person a record of the value connected to their movement. This is not a claim that Victor Green invented social media, artificial intelligence, or the OS. It is a correlation. Green's work demonstrated that information becomes infrastructure when people trust it enough to move. The future will contain autonomous vehicles, delivery robots, smart roads, and AI travel assistants. But intelligence without community ownership can become another road where everybody is allowed to move while somebody else collects the value. The Green Book showed that a community did not have to wait for the dominant system to recognize its needs. It could document itself. It could verify itself. It could direct motion toward the people prepared to serve it. The book is no longer in the glove compartment, but the pattern is still traveling. The internet remembers what went viral. Buck 2's ledger remembers